All right, we're here with four of the most important men from yesterday's no-hitter. From left to right, we got Joe Dvorsky. He pitched the final 2 innings. The catcher, Kevin Smith. Scott Snodgrass, who pitched 6 perfect innings to start the game. And then Blake Drake, who threw the 7th. Now, guys, when did you realize that something special was kind of in the works?
I personally kind of realized that after, I think it was like the 4th or 5th inning, and there was only like a 1-hit game between everybody. So after that all happened, I kind of started kicking it in high gear and just hoping we could just keep it going. But you can't really think about it. You just got to keep playing like you know how, and just hopefully things fall in line. And they ended up doing it. So.
Blake, when you came in, you said you didn't really know what was going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that they hadn't scored, and I was just worried about warming up. I wasn't really looking at the scoreboard at that time. And then the fan yelled out, "Oh, don't mess up the no-hitter." And that's when it came to my head. I was like, "Oh, wow, he threw a no-hitter."
So I mean, I know that you guys in the bullpen don't really pay attention the first few innings of the game. Does that have anything to do with it? I mean, did you?
I noticed. I think it was probably maybe the 3rd or the 4th when a guy tried to bunt, and someone said, "Oh, he just tried to bunt because he's throwing the no-hitter," and I just kind of thought about it and just kind of.
You forgot about it then afterwards. Yeah. Now, Scott, first inning you retire the side in order, it happens. Second inning you retire the side in order, you strike out the side, that happens. But at what point in your head did it start to materialize that I haven't allowed a single base runner?
Well, I think I realized it all along, but I wasn't trying to really focus on that or dwell on that, because I think if I did, then probably what was to come about for the rest of the game would have been affected by that. So, I was trying to forget that and just press on and focus on the task at hand.
All right, now, Joe, you came in the 8th inning. Now, do you follow in Blake's footsteps, or did you actually realize what was going on?
I knew what was going on when Scott came out in the 6th inning. Blake was warming up. I didn't want to say anything, but I did know what was going on out there.
So what? Okay, so Blake and Joe, you had no clue, so I guess you can't answer this. But in the bullpen, are the words "no-hitter" or "perfect game" uttered at all?
Never.
No.
Never, right? And on the bench, Kevin?
On the bench, not really. I mean, I personally was actually kind of disappointed that they took Scott out. I mean, I was hoping they were going to let him keep going, but I kind of had a feeling something was going to happen that last night because Scott's been working really hard, just trying to get down in the zone. The past couple starts, he's been up a little bit and getting hit around. And yesterday, his breaking ball was down, his fastball was down in the zone, and we were getting guys out. And Blake came in, obviously, had a little mishap, so we finally got him in there. And I haven't really caught him a whole lot, but he came in, it was pounding the strike zone, and we were getting outs. And then I knew with Joe that it was going to be lights out. We can throw his slider for every pitch, and guys aren't going to hit it. But, whenever you sneak a few fastballs in there and be able to locate his off-speed like he did, I knew it was game over. So.
Well, it seems like, in every no-hitter, perfect game, there's always a defensive play that's made. That's, whether it's in the first inning, you don't realize the impact it's going to have, or later in the game. And personally, from the booth, when Tino made that play at second, that's when I kind of thought in my head, this is happening. Mm-hmm. Was there a point in each of your heads when you're like, hey, this no-hitter that we're trying to get, it's going to come full circle, it's just a matter of time?
I can't really pick one point out in the game. Just, the baseball gods were obviously on our side last night. There was great plays that our defense made for us, and, that's just how the cards fell last night. There were balls that I thought that could have squeaked through. They could have given that one kid a hit that was that hard hit ball to Kyle, but thankfully they gave him an error, and we ended up getting it. So it's just things like that, just like little things can take away no hitters from you. But it's just an honor to be a part of something like that, and I think all these guys can say the same thing. So.
All right, now Kevin, you didn't throw a single pitch, but I think that the casual baseball fan might not realize your importance and how everything happened. So you 3 pitchers, without trying to embarrass Kevin, how important is he in what took place last night? And Scott, we'll start with you.
He's instrumental in what took place. I think, like I told him after the 3rd inning, you and I are right on track with the pitch calling right now. I was blown away because there were times he was calling pitches that normally probably shouldn't be thrown in the counts that they were thrown in, but they were exactly the pitch I wanted to go to as well, and that usually doesn't happen. So, I mean, he did a great job behind the plate. You know, he's reading the hitters well, and you know, without him behind the plate, might not have happened.
Blake?
Yeah, I didn't shake off one time from his pitch calling. I mean, you get out there and you know your catcher knows what he's doing, and it makes it a whole lot easier on you when you don't even have to think about calling the pitches. He just throws out a pitch, you just throw the pitch, and it works out that way.
And that was your first time with Kevin. Now, Joe, you've worked with Kevin a few times now, but 2 innings, 2 big innings to complete the no-hitter. How important was Kevin?
He did a really good job of calling pitches. I only think I shook off one time, and even at the last batter, you know, he came out there and he kind of talked to me about what we were going to do for the last to get the last guy out, and he knew the hitter really well, so he